like I'm scared of when inevitably Jasmine gets thrown into her darkest self because I know it's gonna happen. It happened with Zuri. It's gonna happen again.
Darkest Self are where Monster Hearts get fun.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Monster Hearts is getting fun. And we are live. How's it going, everybody? Woo! Welcome to the stream. Sorry we weren't around last week. Some complications occurred, but we're back. So it's Valentine's Day. Let's have some fun. Who remembers what happened last week and wants to share to the class?
Not a fucking clue. It's been so long.
Oh,
or not last week, last
I was
session.
hoping someone else would remember. All right, I got you. So last time I don't remember what happened at the beginning of the session fully, but I do remember when Jasmine got a ping go off on her the Now You See Me. And
Right.
she went to follow it, and we ended up eventually figuring out that it was oh my god, what is his name?
Professor Bloom.
Yeah, it was Professor Bloom. The guy who wears all leather all the time. And we're like, what the fuck? But before I figured that out, I went to go investigate it alone, like an idiot, and I left like a really cryptic message to Arrow and Wix. Like, didn't think that through. And so when they found me, they're all pissed off at me. I ended up getting a harm because I fell off a fucking ladder because I'm smart.
Mm-hmm.
Then we found out it was Bloom. Talked to Bloom. Bloom was like saying how we have God, how did that conversation even go? He talked to us about the fact that there's like magic everywhere and we need to leave the tree alone. That he doesn't know, or that it's not interfering with anybody. It's not leaving where it's at, so there's no reason to like mess with it. And we're like looking at each other and not telling him like, you have no idea that it's spread to Donna Gilliard, right? That's her name, right?
Yep, that's her.
She's currently half tree.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, we all split up either after or before that because we ran into, I can't remember her name either, but she was the chick that I saw in the vision with Samson, and she like tried to do some seeing shit and couldn't do it as well as me because no, I'm amazing. But then she stopped us from all going to, I think, Arrow's room? Or Arrow, excuse me. From going to Arrow's room together. Told us to fuck off. Called me a whore. So that was nice.
Yep.
Sorry, my brain's starting to shut down. Oh, right! She went and talked to Arrow and told him all of fucking Jasmine's backstory. I'm pissed about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the full extent, but it was basically like how she told her that Jasmine used to be friends with people because they saw her as a party trick, and then decided to stop hanging out with people, and so she thinks that Jasmine's like bad news or something.
So
now we're all going to check on Donna, I believe.
Yeah. That was more or less the gist of her thing. Basically, just the girls she basically said Jasmine's damaged, which normally would be fine, but she's also a mage, which means she's dangerous. And that's kind of the whole shtick, basically. She didn't act like... She didn't say all of that so directly because she's not aware that Iro is aware of magic being genuinely real. But that was what Iro read between the lines. So, yeah, now you guys are heading back home to check on Donna. Or rather, back to Jasmine's home to check on Donna.
Yeah. I wanted to do this at the end of last session, but unless you have something that you want to immediately jump into, I just wanted to add something onto that if that's okay.
Sure.
So while the three of them are like on the bus heading there, she's like gonna reach over and take Arrow's hand, like just like put her hand on his, and whisper like, "You're not gonna stop being friends with me because of what she said, right?"
Probably not like as fast as a response as one would have liked from their dear friend after asking them if they're going to leave them. Arrow probably stares at the fact they're holding hands for a hot second. And he just goes, "Huh? What? No. No. You think that what she told me would make us not be friends after the week we had?"
I've had friends I've known longer leave for less, so I'm sorry, I'm not trying to accuse you or assume anything,
Not to try to one up, like I understand that like you've gone through some stuff. You are literally one of two people who are my friends. Why? That's no. We're good. We're good. Was the hand holding part of this?
Huh? Do you not want me to hold your hand?
That's not what I'm saying. I just want to know. I'm an overthinker, you see, and then when I overthink, I'm gonna stare forward and not talk for 5 minutes.
Poor Wix is just listening to these awkward fucks.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like looking at my phone, like kind of messing with my hair, making sure it looks all good.
Alright, yeah, that was it. That's about what I expected, actually.
Did Salty want to respond in character as well?
No, I mean Wix is just kind of listening in, but fixing their hair using like their phone and stuff.
Gotcha.
Giving them their time to talk.
Because she asked both of you.
Oh, fuck, did she? I didn't catch that.
While I held Arrow's hand, I figured Wix is sitting right next to the two of them, so I don't know which side they're on, but she said it loud enough for both of you to hear.
Oh, yeah, right. Changed it from Coral to Clover. Let me fix that on the sheet. Sorry, I'm like doing some editing and stuff as well. But yeah, if Wix wouldn't bond, that's fine.
Yeah, Wix would assume that they're just kind of having a personal talk. But yeah.
Does Jasmine pry for that answer or just leave it as is?
She won't pry for it. She might glance at Wix, but not say anything. If they didn't answer the first time she asked, then she does not have the courage to ask again.
Good. So, right, and you guys are taking the bus over there, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I feel like at one point I might have said that Jasmine has a car, but I don't think she uses it that much.
So Wix, you're checking your hair in like a hand mirror or something?
There's my phone.
Just your phone? Okay.
Yeah.
As you are checking, first of all, where are you guys sitting on this bus? Are you like in the back? Any further? What's up?
I'd say probably in the back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're sitting in the back seat. You are looking in your phone at like adjusting your hair and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
When you see
Oh no.
you see
Not the
Philip
scene.
walk onto the bus with actually you see Philip step onto the bus for a second, wave very stiffly to the bus driver, and then
Mhm.
turn to assist. What was her name again? Annie. Gets like the
Oh.
ramp set up, and goes over, pushes her up onto the bus, turns and pushes her towards a handicapped seat, or the handicap zone. And that's when he spots you, and Annie spots the three of you. Annie gives like a soft wave, as the two of them just step over to that zone. Philip grabs top bar and holds on to the back of Annie's chair for security. Yeah. Let's see, who else is on this bus? I think yeah, you know what? I think that Zim would also have already been on the bus before you guys jumped on. Or no, this arrived at school, so yeah, they would have been in line waiting before and hopped on, taken a seat by a window. If you guys had wanted to talk to Zim, you could have, absolutely. They're currently alone, just riding the bus probably to go home or do something else. But yeah.
Okay.
Wix, do you have any, just because you're the one who was most associated with Philip, how do you feel about seeing him pushing Annie onto the bus? Seems like they're traveling together.
I am a little confused by it because I don't really remember seeing them interact too much, but it also is a very nice thing to do.
Well, you do remember one situation where they interacted.
Yeah.
Or at least Wix would.
Yeah.
Do you personally recall that situation, Salty?
No.
You recall recognizing something in the way that Annie looks at Philip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
What?
Something, a feeling, a reaction that you know very well.
Yep.
One could say very intimately.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Succubus shit.
Wait, what?
Okay. I would give Annie a wave back because they waved. Give them a very cheerful wave. And I would message Phil, like, give some time to message Philip, like, so, or like, what's going on with Annie? Just something casual. Even though I know this fucking guy replies so straightforward. I fucking can't stand this guy, dude.
God, would he absolutely would have sound on his phone. He wouldn't do vibrate. And the ringtone is the default, like bing.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah. He looks down and he currently has both hands occupied, one holding onto the bar, the other holding onto the back of Annie's wheelchair. Obviously, it's like bound to a piece, but like he's also, making sure that just being polite, making sure it stays secure and comfortable during the ride. So he just doesn't pick up his phone and text back because he's kind of busy.
You know what? He's real for that. I appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
I shrug and I'm like, all right.
You head off on the trip. About probably 10-15 minutes pass. If at any point anybody wants to like do something or stop me, feel free to do so.
I was gonna say, do I feel, or not feel? Do I see Philip? Probably not, because I'm not really paying attention right now.
Well, no, you see all of this. I'm describing this scene to all of you. You don't necessarily
okay.
pick up on the same stuff that Wix does because Wix has personal experience with this exact phenomenon, whereas your experience lies in other avenues.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she thinks it's very strange that her best friend's boyfriend is hanging out with someone else that she's
No,
never
that's
seen him hang
Lewis.
out with before.
That's Lewis.
Oh, wrong person.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm smart.
Yeah, Philip is the
Never
extremely
mind. I
normal
no longer
man.
care.
Yeah, extremely normal man.
I am so smart. Promise. Proceed.
You are sitting pretty close to Wix, so you would at least have seen that Wix is texting immediately after seeing Philip and Annie together. So you could approach that, but yeah.
I don't think she would. I think she'd probably glance at it and then just not say anything.
Okay. Given Eero's passivity, I assume he does similar.
Yeah, he's people can hang out, man.
Yeah, for sure. So is there anybody? Yeah, no, really. Okay. So let me check over some stuff. I need to reacquaint myself with y'all's sheets. It's been a minute. Nice. Okay.
Same.
I do the funny haha see you thing.
You do a lot more than that. Oh, okay. Wow, that's fun. And yeah, illusionist. Oh, nice. Okay. Huh. Okay. So, yeah, I guess that would be it. You ride on that bus for a good 10-15 minutes before it stops. This is nowhere near your stop. You've got at least like another 5-10. So I guess it's kind of near, but not. And you see Zim get up, step off the bus. When it is time for your stop, Annie and Philip still haven't left the bus yet. You get up and walk off the bus, I assume.
Well, Jasmine intends to. I don't know what Wix is gonna do.
Yeah.
Or what Arrow is gonna do.
Oh, well, you guys.
I mean, we agreed to come here and check on our friend. Otherwise, I don't even know where this bus goes.
Yeah, it's just a standard like city route. goes pretty much all throughout Cadmus. For the first, like, it actually, I think it would go throughout the university and then end at the dorms on that route. And then once people board from the dorms, it goes into the city proper, traveling around in kind of a circle before lining back up to the start of the university, like the front gates, and on through until the dorms again. Um, so you said, Jasmine, you said your parents are like kind of midtown, downtown, or the shop anyway.
Yeah, they live in a suburb.
Suburb.
Unless we're
Cool.
going to unless we're going to the shop, and then it's downtown.
Okay. Okay.
But Donna is at the house.
In that case, if
suburb.
it's a suburb, you actually would have to change buses at a certain point. So
Yeah.
by the time you guys pop off that bus and change over, both Annie and Philip are still on it. You hop off, change over, and when you step on, you see two other classmates who were both already on this one. Wix, you catch the sudden alertness in James Corden's form as you step on.
Uh-oh.
He gives like a beaming smile and an excited wave, but doesn't say anything. And you guys also would see, yeah, Destiny talking to some super weeb. You don't really remember. You guys haven't interacted with her much so far, but you think her name is like Lisa, but she goes by Sakura, and it's weird. So honorable mention.
Yay!
And
We miss you.
yeah. Yeah. So Wix, it is very clear. James is sitting alone, by the way. He has an open seat next to him. It is very clear that he is excited to see you. Do you go and sit with him?
Well, let me look at him. Yeah, I would go sit next to him.
Okay. Cool.
Maybe I'd look over to Jasmine like, just let me know when we're getting off. I'm gonna talk to him for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Hero
Bye.
sounds so sad. Okay. You walk over to James, and you see his cheeks turn immediately like red as you actually come over and sit down. And he's like, "Wow, nice to see you. Wait, I see you made some changes to your hair. Looks good."
Thank you. I'm sorry, by the way, out of character. If you fucking hear a bunch of stuff going on in the house, there's I don't know.
Life is life. All good.
But
All good,
yeah,
man.
so Wix would let me say thank you. I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah, I don't know, just had some shopping to do. He pulls up like this grocery bag from like a 7-Eleven.
That makes sense.
Yeah, obviously nothing too huge, just getting some snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
How have you been? It feels like it's been a minute since we talked.
Yeah, it really has been a minute. I don't. I know I've kind of been radio silent. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it's cool. It seems like you've had a lot going on. Like, I I can't really
Yeah,
speak to all of it, but like, I even I could notice that you seemed a lot more stressed lately.
yeah. It. Well, to shorten a novel's worth of stuff. I just recently lost my my home where I lived.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and
Like,
I mean
like,
it's
are you
it
okay?
happens.
Like, do you have?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good now.
Okay.
Went to the headmaster. They're bunking me with Jasmine over there. They have like point,
Oh.
and so I'm staying with them in their dorm,
Okay.
and they're giving me more or less an actual quote unquote position. I'm gonna start like tutoring a bit.
Oh, cool. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Tutoring what? Like science? History?
history. Yeah.
Wow. Hell yeah. That's sick. That's actually
Getting
funny timing considering the history professor's weird knockoff or whatever the hell happened there.
yeah. I saw that while I was helping some friends with their was studying. That was a lot to take in for
Right?
for an
Like,
evening.
hell even happened. That's like didn't seem like the type of guy to do something like
You know, I mean, when you get too lost in the books, you get kind of confused about reality.
I mean, I guess, like, you really think he did it?
I don't know. He did have weird little. He did have some weird aura about him, don't you think?
Hmm. I think I'm gonna count this as a shutdown on uh Professor Monroe. Go ahead and roll cold.
Oh yeah, my cold is so good. Shit.
All right, mark experience.
They leveled up though. Let's go.
Mhm. uh oh shit, I don't have my sheets in front of me. Ah. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Okay. Um, you say he did seem like he had kind of a weird. What did you say exactly? Just like he seemed like
Aura. Yeah, just had a weird aura about him.
weird aura. Okay. Didn't he? And immediately James is like, not to me. He seemed, I don't know, nice. He's
Hmm.
very understanding and accepting. Like whenever I had family troubles, he extended whatever assignment was currently up. I don't know. Seems like a cool guy to me. Um, I am gonna say this changes. Wait, is he not? Huh, I don't remember when I got rid of that. Okay. I also don't remember when James suddenly got fascinated by Jasmine, but
We had sex before the start of the RP.
right, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
And at some point he lost addicted to Wix.
Now Philip has it.
Well, yeah, Philip's had it for a minute. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I guess I think he's going to ask a little bit more about that. He's going to be like what about them seemed weird to you?
I mean, whenever I would, interact with them or anything like that, they always seemed in their own world or thinking about things that kind of out of the ordinary.
Huh.
It could just be me, though.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what to believe anymore. Guess I can ask some people. See what's up.
Yeah.
But enough of that whole spiel.
Mm-hmm.
I am really sorry about your home situation. That sounds rough, but I'm glad that some kind of solution being found.
Yeah.
Is your family okay? Is everything good?
Oh, I don't have family.
Oh, shit! I'm so sorry. I didn't.
No, I don't. I know you don't mean it in a mean way. I'm just sorry. I just kind of had to say that before it kept going. But I was living alone in an apartment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But honestly, me not being there is probably for the better, for my sake. But enough about me. How about you? How have you been?
Oh, I mean, I guess fine. Just can't really complain. Like, it just kind of feels like our whole kind of feels like the weird sort of Venn diagram of social dynamics that we find ourselves in is like not really closing. It's more like cordoning off, like, or I guess not falling apart, but like
Into obscurity?
no, it's like odd. It's so hard to explain. I actually just realized I could be playing music right now, and I am not doing that.
Music.
Basil complained of funny musics. Oh my
That's
God.
not good.
That's a scary one. I don't know about that one.
Well,
A bit better. How does that sound to you guys? Is it too quiet?
I don't even hear it.
Oh, there it is.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
I think
I
I
like
have
that one.
sound turned off.
I like it.
I don't know how to turn it on.
Go to the gear, my settings up at the top right. Unless you have access to the jukebox, but I don't think you do.
I do.
Oh, okay. Then have a look at the jukebox and make sure.
Yeah, I
volume
can't
is
hear
up.
anything. Oh well. It's not important.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that fixed on your end at some point. Yeah, he's like,
Oh, I fixed it.
oh, sick. It's like, okay, so ever since like a couple of weeks ago, probably, I don't know, it's just this, it feels weird, right? Like, I mean, I hosted this party, I host parties all the fucking time, and suddenly Samson starts like this fight. You know, he shows up to somewhere he's not invited, and there were a lot of people that showed up uninvited to that one. The more I think about it, they didn't really do that before. But like, I mean, it's happened obviously a couple of times, but it was usually like 1 or 2. That night it was at least 3 or 4. And one of them was Samson. And I was like, well, I didn't invite you. Like, the other people at least I know aren't dicks, but you, like, why are you here? Get the fuck out. And then all of that happened, got in huge fight. And Eero, of all people, the quiet, like, oh, I didn't have the song ready to loop, did I?
No.
Okay. The quiet, reclusive, sort of doesn't really bother anybody. He's the one that breaks it up. He's the one that helps me get some out. And like, don't get me wrong, obviously that means he's a cool guy. But like, where was that guy before? And I don't know. Like all of this weird stuff in the news about like everything feels like it's coming back to this tree. Like this fucking tree in the park. Like first it's a freak accident happens near it, or maybe a murder or a kidnapping. There wasn't really a body found, but like I don't know. They usually, like, statistically, it's common for people to die soon after being taken. And I know it's dark for me to talk about all of this stuff when this is a person's life. And like it's weird to be pulling pieces apart. Like maybe a little I don't know. But like it feels weird, right? And it feels a little weirder that it's, I don't know, like I guess what I'm trying to say is, are you sure you're okay? You've been hanging out with Eero and Jasmine a lot. And you didn't used to. Ever since that news story came up, and ever since other stuff happened, and now with the history teacher, and I just can't shake the feeling that something's going on, you know?
I'm like deeply invested in this conversation. Like I'm like eye contact, nodding along, listening. And when he says like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I look down and smile, and I'll put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Honestly, I've really never been better. A lot, you're right, a lot is changing and a lot is happening, but thankfully for me, it's been for the better. Can't say the same for some, but
Let's try this sound. Okay. Okay. If that's the case, then I'm glad.
yeah. Don't think about it all too hard. No. Because for a while I was thinking about it too. And a lot happens really fast. And kind of go crazy in it sometimes.
Ain't that the truth? Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, not much else to say really. Just glad things are turning out well for you.
Thank you. That really means a lot. More than you think. Give him a pat on the shoulder and be like, "Alright. I'm gonna go bother those two back there.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I'll text you later, okay?"
Of course. Oh, and real quick, actually, the the guys and I are going to be having another kind of a lower key sort of get together than the last one. It's, I don't know. I mean, last time there was a fight, so, but you know, if you and those two aren't doing anything this Friday, pizza, party games, probably a few less drinks than before.
Yeah, I'll ask them, and if they can't come, I'll at least come.
All right, cool. See you then.
Bye. And I'll get up and walk over and sit next to Jasmine.
Okay.
You come back. Jasmine's probably holding Arrow's hand again. She's got her head on his shoulder. Oh, hey, Wix.
He looks like he's struggling.
I look down. I look at Jasmine, and I give us a smug smile and a nod as I take my seat.
Arrow, you specifically would notice that James, when he sees the way Jasmine is like kind of hanging on you,
Oh shit!
he doesn't look mad.
Oh no!
He doesn't look mad.
Thank God. I was scared it was gonna be another
He
fucking.
gets the sort of crestfallen look that you've often had. And he turns and stares out the window.
Oh no, buddy,
Oh,
no.
no.
I didn't do anything.
Hmm.
Shit. He like stares probably for a little longer, and then he looks down at the ground. Oh, wait, what? Then he probably just turns to Wix. I have a kind of weird question for you, Wix.
Yes.
I thought you and James had like a thing.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I kind of had a thing with a lot of people.
Okay.
But with James, it wasn't anything more than sex.
Okay. Understood.
You okay?
I think Jasmine's gonna lift her head up now.
Oh, I'm fine. It's just clear to me that he didn't seem very excited that Jasmine's head was on my shoulder. And I thought that you two had a thing, not he had a thing for... I should stop talking. About
Wait, what?
15 seconds ago. Arrow then looks probably a lot like James does and begins looking out the window, pretending nothing else is happening around him.
Well, on a brighter note, well, he said the party was Saturday.
Friday
Right.
night.
Oh, we're going Friday, all right.
On a brighter side, he invited us over to a more low-key party for Friday. If you guys are willing to come, says there's definitely going to be less drinks, less people, more of a chill experience. You won't have to you won't have to stop any more fights. Unless they look at you.
I don't even know how I stopped the first one.
Thank God that you don't have to do it again.
Yeah. Wait, we're going to a party?
I mean, we were invited. You could say no.
Oh, I can?
mean, yeah, if you want to, but I'm going.
I mean, if I'm invited, I'll go.
I'll think about it.
All right.
I think she's gonna look back at James.
He is very intently not looking at you.
Oh. Now she's gonna feel a little bad.
Unless something else is said, you all ride out the rest of the way. Get off at the stop nearest your house and walk into the neighborhood. It's something like a 10-15 minute walk. By this point, it's probably... Did you guys leave in the morning?
I think we left at like noon.
Yeah, it was like right after Arrow had that conversation with that girl. So it was after classes already.
Okay.
I don't remember who she is. I can't remember her name. Oh wait, it's Helen. That's right.
I'm
smart.
Helen Drash. Yep.
I had to scroll up like an inch and look.
So
I can read.
Okay. So it would probably be like about 3:30 by the time you guys actually get to the house. Let's see. How has Donna been?
Oh no.
Not great.
Oh no.
You step up to the house, and Jasmine, you notice a very gnarled big tree growing out of the backyard that you were able to see from the front. It was not there before.
Oh, that's not good. Gonna walk up, pull out my house key, and go inside.
What's this sound like?
Oh, Wix hasn't been here before.
Nope, I'm looking around.
Yep.
Into house.
So yeah, you step inside. Wix, you see it's basically just like anybody's natural suburban house, if I recall correctly. Vern, feel free to stop me.
Yeah.
With a few minor exceptions, there's a dream catcher on the front door.
You remembered the dream catcher.
Yeah. There's a couple of like bits and bobs that are a little more odd. What could be considered regular ornaments from any layperson's perspective. You understand with after hanging around Jasmine enough, really, to have a certain degree of supernatural significance. A little portrait on the wall depicting the sun, which is a very good omen for tarot. Something about strength and hopefulness, you think.
Yeah.
And just a bunch of little things like that. Pretty much every piece of standard decoration in this place has a good mystical meaning to it. As you guys step through the front door, because it's Jasmine's house, she obviously has a key.
Yeah.
You hear like a little chime go off. Simple safety procedure. And then you hear, Jasmine, I'm so sorry. What was your mother's name?
They're all J's. So her mother is Jennifer. Her grandmother is Julie.
Julie. Okay. Jen! Check the front door!
Wait, what?
I'm home for 3 minutes and I already... you hear your mom's voice coming from down the hall. She walks over and sees you guys and says, "Oh, Jasmine, Eero, Wix. Come in. Wix,
Hi,
you've
Mom.
met... Yeah, you've met her before, right?
Nope.
No, never mind. Oh, Jasmine, Eero, and I assume another one of your friends.
Hi.
This is Wix.
I wave and a large smile.
Oh, have you told Jennifer about Wix?
I don't think. Maybe actually. She would have definitely messaged her and been like, "Oh, I have a new roommate. Their name is Wix.
Okay, yeah.
They're
So
a good
she would
friend
be
of
like,
mine."
"Oh, your new roommate. Well, very nice to meet you, Wix. Welcome in. Please take a seat. Anybody want like tea? I think we've got some trail mix over in the cabinet. If anybody's looking for a snack."
I can take a tea.
Awesome.
This is
Okay,
nice.
great. You wouldn't say awesome. That's not the character. What'd you
No,
say,
that
Jasmine?
sounds about right actually.
Oh, okay, cool. So, tea for Wix. Anybody else?
Oh, Jasmine's absolutely having tea.
Mm-hmm. Hero?
Arrow, do you want some?
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Are you sure? We've got some very
It's,
nice blends.
Sure, I'll have tea.
All right. She heads over and says, "What does everybody want? We've got some green. We've got we've got green. We've got a couple of fruit teas, some flower teas. We have jasmine." She pokes her head out from behind the wall and stares intently at Eero.
I'm gonna make a self-decided roll to keep my cool to not die,
Go for it.
not spontaneously combust.
Okay.
We
So
didn't
you don't
die.
spontaneously combust. Congratulations.
He just like his eyes go wide and goes,
What is that supposed to mean? She like walks into the kitchen.
He just left me to my own devices.
I assume he's following.
Oh no, like didn't we have the talk at some point? She's just going through the different teas.
She like stares for a long second. And then her face goes red. Mom. Oh my god.
I've been waiting 20 years to be able to make jokes like this. You better believe I'm taking advantage of it now.
What would grandmother say?
You hear Julie from the back. Being like, "Did you make the joke about the teas?" "Yes, Mom. Good job."
I should have expected that. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh man.
I am so sorry.
I like them.
So, unless somebody gives her suggestions, she's just going to pop back out with a couple of fruit teas for what she views as the basics, and whatever she knows Jasmine's favorite tea to be. Jasmine, what is your favorite tea?
Oh, it's gotta be some fruity shit like hibiscus.
Hibiscus, okay. In that case,
Hibiscus with like
that's-
some spice or something.
I would say she just comes out with 3 cups of hibiscus, unless someone makes a request.
Oh fuck no, that's good as
You
shit.
sure you don't want a cup of jasmine arrow?
Yeah, the arrow.
The arrow is
Jasmine.
he stopped working. Restart your system.
I think just to be snooty, she would bring out a cup of jasmine tea for Eero specifically.
She's just gonna glare
Like a
at her mom
random
if she does
fourth
that.
cup.
What do I
Just
do?
glare at her mom the whole time.
Wait,
Um,
Eero. Poke, wake up.
Like, how did you find out?
We had a
I only
we had a
told
full-
Wix.
We had a full talk about all of this last time I was here.
yeah.
We didn't tell them
that's
anything.
right.
They just assumed shit.
I know, and then she
Trust the mother's
looked at me
intuition.
for 2 seconds. Fuck.
I mean, she also said
What?
something. Arrow panicked and she went, "Oh, I'm right." Oh,
Oh, on the money.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's right. I forgot. Fuck. I've been found out.
Alright, this is the wrong music for this. That should
Okay.
wait for intense discussions.
So, Mom, anyways, how's Donna and Julie, I mean, Grandma's training thing going?
Oh, it's you know what? You hear a loud rumbling from the back of the
that
house.
sounds good.
Oh wait, no, this right. I have a whole playlist for these. Hang on. Does sound like? Yeah, that's good.
Oh, Jesus.
A loud rumbling from the back of the house as you hear Julie shouting, "God damn it, Donna! I told you to wave your arms in a circle and think about compressing the energies. And I told you that I have no idea what the fuck that means, you old bat!"
Oh, jeez. That's about what I expected. Old bat. That's...
Give me just a second. Jennifer leaves you guys and goes down the hall. You hear various shouting that is, all kinds of different unintelligible. Wix.
So, welcome to my humble abode.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wix is sipping the tea, smiling. He's like, "You got a crazy fucking house."
Shrug.
They seem nice though.
No, they're
A bit
great.
strange, but
I mean...
Good.
She's just gonna look at Wix and be like, where do you think I got it from?
now it all makes sense.
Just wait till you meet Julie.
Oh, brother.
So, a couple of seconds pass. You guys hear Julie and Donna going at it a bit more. Intermittent shouting from Jennifer until
Should I go check on them?
eventually Jennifer is like, first she's like, "That does it. Mom, if you Mom, you even think about casting a control curse on this girl, I will personally evict you from this house."
Oh.
Donna,
Oh, man.
if you punch a hole through my wall under any circumstances, I will definitely evict you from this house. And they both just there's some silence. Glad we understand each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some guests to attend to.
Your
Oh,
mom's
right.
Terrifying.
Is that weird kid here? I want to see him again.
Oh shit.
Oh, God
fuck.
You
damn
had to
it.
talk. You had to talk.
However, despite that being the conversation, Donna is actually the one who gets out here first. Runs over to Jasmine and gets up in your face. Like,
Oh no.
"You didn't tell me she was insane."
I did tell you.
Usually, when people say that, it's hyperbole. You didn't specify any kind of particular brands of insanity.
I don't know what you were expecting. I was very honest with you.
I was expecting a solution to this. And she holds up her hand. It is now perpetually before it was kind of wooden, Her arm is a branch.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that looks so much worse.
Yeah, doesn't it? The more I try to practice with this thing, the more it solidifies, the faster it goes. I was told that I would be learning how to control it. You should be. You're just fucking terrible at it. Julie steps out.
Jesus Christ.
Arrow's eyes get even wider because she's here.
He's here.
Poor fucking Arrow.
Dear God.
Donna just throws her hand and branch in the air and is just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm going to my room.
It was nice to see you.
It was nice seeing you, Donna.
Not even a reply.
Just,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
That's good progress.
I guess last time Wick saw them, she tried to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah. They went from being scared and angry to just angry. Let's go.
Yep.
Yay.
Jennifer walks out with Julie, like, Desmond, does Wix know, or do I need
Yeah.
to? Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Normally I would say that's terrible, but given the situation, we could use all the help we can get.
She's gonna look at Wix, and then look at Arrow, and then look at her mom and grandma and be like, I've made some interesting friends those last few weeks.
Julie walks over, kind of
Peace
hunchback,
sign.
like,
Yeah.
I'll say. Sits down in like a couch. Oh, you're the. Was it?
Grandma, are you drunk?
No, I'm tired.
Oh.
Been dealing with
I'm really
that. I remember
Oh,
kids
I
being so
don't-
much easier to handle when I was a mother. You still are a mother. I meant to a child. Nowadays is just, I don't know. I always think they know everything before you even tell them anything. And try and go and do their own shit and they end up fucking it all up for the rest of the world.
So Donna's not getting better?
Not taking in the lessons, that's for damn sure. Been trying and trying to get through to the kid. She just doesn't take to it the way you did, Jasmine. You took to it like a fish out of water.
If I may, no eye contact, not actually looking at anybody.
You're doing
Probably
great,
looking
sweetie.
at the cup of tea he has in his hands. Is it possible that the way you're trying to get through to her isn't great for them? Not everyone responds correctly to yelling or name calling. Especially if your response is, do this, and you just reenact what you want them to do. Sometimes people need to go step by step. I'm
Kid, are you
talking from
trying to
personal
tell me how to
experience.
do my job?
Absolutely not, ma'am.
Frantic
I can
backpedaling.
picture poor Arrow.
Talking about like positive reinforcement.
What is that? Some kind of illness?
It's
Oh,
when
no.
you reward when they do something good and not penalize when things
Hero,
are bad.
I'm gonna need you to roll
Yeah.
roll to keep your cool to even say that.
You know,
Fair enough.
fair enough.
I'm here to do my
Is the alt
job.
started crying? I got a 3. Am I crying?
Oh no.
You're not crying. You just sit down and shut up.
Just gonna reach over and just gently rub your back. That was a good job.
One
You did
single
great.
tear plops into the teacup.
Oh.
I've
I
been
did my best.
No, don't cry into my
I've been
boots.
practicing magic for decades by this point. I know how to teach. Jennifer just like looks at her with a significant glare. Jasmine, who did you learn magic from? Your grandmother, your mother, or both?
Uh, Mostly both.
Okay. How would you describe that learning?
Probably a lot nicer from her mom, which she definitely responded to very well. But also, to be fair, she was kind of like she was very like motivated to become, a spellcaster when she was younger because she wanted to make friends and she thought that having magic would make her cool. And then she turned into an emotionless, like, quiet kid for a while.
Mm-hmm. So,
It went well.
Julie gestures to Jasmine, being like, I mean, my work speaks for itself. You've seen what she can do. She's a genius. Yes, and you are
To
absolutely...
be fair, Grandma, I have a lot of innate talent.
Exactly.
It kind of helps when she points at her mom.
She
You
just
start with it.
looks, looks from you, looks to Jennifer, and Jennifer just says, and it definitely helps when you encourage people to learn, rather than just saying you're doing it wrong and leaving. I did not sit down here just to be told how to do my job by my children.
Well, then you should do it right, Grandma.
Jesus.
Shut her down. Roll cold. Roll cold.
Jesus Christ.
Jasmine, if you fuck this up, just so you know, she's gonna make both of us cry.
I know. Please. Please.
Please.
I have
Well, we're both crying. How do you feel?
everything. She's not crying. She's just like,
Oh.
do it right then.
My
I don't know.
God. Okay.
There's no way I can change that, is there?
You don't have any strings on your grandmother.
No, I don't.
So. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
everybody in the school had a string on me.
Yeah. Jasmine, you feel your lips clamp before Julie stands up as tall as she physically can and storms off. When she's out of the room, your lips pop open.
I upset Grandma again. That's not the first time.
Oh, she tends to ask for it. Jennifer just watches her go with like kind of a smug, sort of proud smile on her face. Okay.
I should probably apologize to her.
No.
No.
That's what Jennifer
Grandma's
says.
just like, no.
Yeah, she's just like,
I mean,
no.
not Grandma. Okay.
Just she was asking for it. She's been very demanding over the last few days. And it certainly hasn't helped Miss Gilliard any. I'm guessing that's why you stopped by.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not going to.
Well, in that case, perhaps, when she gets up, I'll go talk to Donna then. Do you guys okay waiting here?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to come up with me.
I'm gonna be real. Your house kind of scares me now. So I'm just
I
gonna sit
mean-
in the chair.
Oh, let's wait
Completely
for that.
understandable.
Also, your boyfriend looks like he's about to cry. So I'm
My
gonna just
what?
have to sit here. Whatever, do your thing.
No, when Wix says that, she's gonna look over at Arrow and be like, "Wait, are you crying? Are you okay?" Get all defensive.
I am completely fine. Go take care of what you're taking care of.
His eyes are all wobbly because there's tears in them.
I'm
Fine.
a big man.
Aw.
I'm fine.
And then, like, very gently, like, pet his head and then step away.
Okay. Yeah. You step away. When Jasmine leaves the room, Jennifer's expression changes. She looks a bit more serious, particularly at Wix.
Oh.
Oh, you're my daughter's new roommate.
Damn.
Hiro. She looks over at Hiro. On a scale of 1 to 10, how trustworthy is the person that I'm speaking to?
Oh.
Nero looks up, like having to come back into true reality. Looks at Wix. I trust Wix a lot. They've helped us through a lot of situations.
Okay. And then she pulls out a little amulet and holds it out in front of her face, directly pointing at Wix.
Oh, fuck.
Begins speaking in tongues, waving her fingers around in a way that Iro recognizes.
Is she trying to exercise my friend?
Was she trying to exercise you?
I don't think so.
Then probably not.
No. Oh God. You'll be fine, probably.
Wix, do you
Fucking
just
die.
sit there and let this happen?
I'm holding the teacup, and I'm like, my eyes just keep going back and forth between Eero and this. And I'm like,
Here goes. It's fine. She did the same thing to me.
Okay.
it might work different.
Well, it's probably fine.
You
You're not gonna die.
sit there and let it happen. And after a few seconds, he drops the amulet. He looks from you, Wix, to you, Iro, then back to Wix. I won't lie, I'm rather impressed.
What? What did you just do?
Well, sorry to pry, but anytime I sense a magical aura, I'm not like my mother or my daughter. I can't just peer into the void and pull information about people from their brains. I need a little assistance. And I didn't see anything about your life, to be clear, just more of what you are. And I've got to say, given your proclivities and your needs, I'm surprised that I guess I should say I'm impressed that you've enough self-control to not have already gotten one of the more timid and potentially desperate individuals around you to jump your bones.
I'm
Well-
sorry, what?
Was that against me?
Could have been.
Oh, okay.
Timid and
Wix-
who's the desperate one?
Me. I'm both of them.
Yeah.
Is Arrow desperate?
Motherfucker was
Potentially.
invited to a party by email. It was like, okay, yeah.
Oh, he's desperate for I see.
I mean, desperate for Desperate takes a lot of meanings.
Fair enough.
Like he's lonely. He's been lonely his entire life.
Aw.
Well, I mean, you didn't really peer into my life, like you said. Well, being instinctual like that has gotten me in a lot of trouble, as
I
you
can
can
imagine.
imagine. Yeah. So trying to be, an adult here and keep myself back a little bit.
Like I said, impressive. There are very many not high school, very many young adults who have gone through similar situations and do not come out of it the way you do. It's a pleasure to meet you, Wick.
Pleasure's mine. And I'll look back at my teacup and be like, "You have no idea."
Yeah.
Arrow leans into Wix and just whispers, "Are you gonna eat me?" I feel like that's what that was about.
Not. You're halfway there.
My God.
What's halfway
Oh.
to eating?
Jasmine, you head over to Donna's room. What used to be your room, but since you've moved out,
Right.
they've set things up for her to have a stay in
Feel
it for a little while.
comfortable, yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna look around the room. I like what you've done with the place.
So, well, first, when you're at the door, do you knock or do you just go in?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna knock.
Okay.
I thought this was after I've already been let in, so my bad.
You knock, and you hear a.
I don't understand mumble.
She. After that, there's like a couple of moments of silence before the door opens. Okay, it's not the old bat. Come on. Let's
No,
talk
just
inside.
me.
Opens the door, lets you in. The room, if you can still call it that, is covered in
Oh,
branches.
Jesus.
Every wall, every ceiling,
Oh my god.
like the ceiling, the floor. It is basically a forest bounded by four walls and a
My
roof.
poor room. Oh, my knickknacks. Oh.
Yeah.
She's definitely not as casual as I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
She just like stares at her room for like a long second without like really
the
making any
good-
expression.
Yeah. Your stuff would have been like moved out and put into
Oh,
like
thank God,
storage, or at
but
least
still.
the small breakable stuff. Your furniture though,
Oh god.
yeah, your old bed is now warped. Your old dresser and wardrobe are not doing great. They're sort of trees now, not like full, actual like with the trunk and everything. They still have drawers. They're just built into like a leafy, lumpy mess.
Yeah, she stares at it. I like what you've done with the place. It's like very like kind of sad, but like
Yeah.
not that sad, but like she'll get over it. She's just like, oh, my
Yeah.
poor room.
Sorry. Got a little
Oh.
impatient. Started practicing on my own when I couldn't sleep.
That makes sense. I used to do it too.
She lays back on the bed and just stares at her branch hand.
She steps and closes the door.
Do you have any freak accidents like this?
I used to, yes.
How did you get over them? She's been no help.
I'm trying to think of how did she. Just I guess lots of practice. I just kept focusing on my goal.
Ugh.
It's hard to explain.
Been getting a lot of that lately. Whole lot of it's hard to explain, so not a lot of actual explaining.
She like takes a moment to like really think about that. A focus, maybe. I'm not entirely sure what everything that Grandma's worked on you with, but maybe I can help.
She mentioned something about focus. Still don't really get what she was talking about. Like, I thought it was just a wand or a gemstone or something.
She shakes her head and says, "It can be anything, really." And then she'll lift her hand up to her eye and like move her fingers over it to show her the arcane circle over it. This is one of them. And then she'll pull out her deck of cards and like do that cool dealer thing where you do the cards from one hand to the other, and these are the other.
Oh. Okay. Huh.
It looks like she's gonna walk over and like probably like do like you know what the Asian squat is?
No.
Ah, okay. So she squats down, and like looks at it, like holding her knees to her chest, and says, "It looks like all your magic's being focused into your arm, which means you need to push it somewhere else, externally, maybe."
I've been trying that. That's what all of these are.
But you're pushing it into things that can't handle it.
So I need to find something that can handle whatever the hell is going on with me. Pass the
She
buck,
nods.
sort of thing.
She like holds her chin. I would almost say to put it into me and I could put it into something else, but I think that's very dangerous. I might just... And then she like makes an explosion, like motion with her hands.
Yeah. Mixing magic. The old bat mentioned something about it being really dangerous, especially when mixing with multiple humans.
She nods. It would be the fastest and the most dangerous. And she gets up and looks around. Is there any... Let me think. There's gotta be, like, something that she could give her, maybe.
Well, you do know of one object.
I am not fucking giving her the Uzumaki pendant. Oh, Wix wasn't here for that.
Well...
That sounds like a horrible idea.
I mean, barring that... Yeah, finding a proper focus, is very difficult. It requires an object that can handle a lot of magic that doesn't currently have a lot of magic in it. Or one that has a certain kind of magic that is complementary to the kind you're trying to use. What?
The dude, he wore leather. What if she put leather on her? I gotta have some leather gloves in here somewhere. She's a goth girl.
She is a goth girl, and you know leather's magical importance. You can give that a try, sure.
I'm at least gonna try it.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna think back to the conversation with Bloom and how he recoiled from her touching him, like shaking hands.
Yeah.
Snap her fingers and not say anything, just like walk over to her closet and open it to see if like anything of her stuff is still in there.
Yeah, I mean, all of your stuff is still in there. Would she have opened the closet? No, she would have stuck to her own clothes. She'd have like a suitcase. Donna was even polite enough to not open it, so there aren't any weird branches and stuff. Well, there's a couple that got through the cracks, but nothing
but
poked through any clothes. So
she like pushes like the branches aside, like very casually, and like ruffles around in there before she finds like a lace-up, like elbow-length glove. Like one of those like fingerless gloves. And let me try this. And she gets up and walks over to her. Give me your arm. The branch one.
She holds it out.
She's gonna like very carefully like try to pull it on.
So you the moment you attempt to pull this glove over the branch, the mesh gets on fine. When the leather begins touching, there is the only way you can describe it is that it begins to unravel. Like the leather begins to just kind of fall apart.
Oh wait, no, that's bad. Wait.
Yeah. And instinctively Donna pulls the branch away. That part of the glove is now like frayed and just like kind of wrinkled and flaking. He says, "That doesn't look right. Right?"
No, it doesn't. She's gonna go over to her closet again, and this time she's just gonna grab a leather belt and walk over to Donna.
Hold on. Don't put me back in 4th grade.
What? Oh, you poor thing. Anyways, Jasmine's just gonna gloss over that. And be like, "Give me your arm." Like very like demanding. She's pissed this time, and she like wraps it around her shoulder this time.
Okay, you
like at the top of the branch.
You wrap it around her shoulder. Instant disintegration.
What the hell?
The belt shatters.
That doesn't seem right.
If you would like to roll a gaze on this.
That's the next idea she has is, well, here goes nothing. As she opens her magic eye.
Yeah, at the moment what we're doing right now is not you gazing through your eye. It is just you trying to figure out why it's reacting to leather this way.
Oh, okay, so it's a different kind of gaze than Ebus. Gotcha.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll it. Let's see how much you know. Okay. Professor Bloom's affliction was a kind of hyper acuity to both the magical world and to the lives and souls of those connected to it. It was sort of like your eye, but constantly active and all over his body. That's more or less the situation he's dealing with. Leather is effective at blocking magical interference. It is not effective at severing magical ties. It's sort of like applying... it's sort of like pulling up a veil of lead between 2 points of an active laser. A very strong active laser, mind you, and expecting it not to be cut. The insulating properties, the specific insulating property of leather is that it is a walking contradiction. It was once alive and is therefore dead, but the leather itself has never been alive. It's always been an object. But it still came from a living thing. Magic doesn't know how to interact with that. This particular magic is a tie between two living things, Donna and the tree. So, in that particular sense, magic, because this magic doesn't know how to interact with what it's seeing, it leaves that up to one or the other of the involved parties. Because those are willful beings that are actively participating in a bond, whether they want to or not. And usually the party that gets to decide is the one who is stronger, and often the one who initiated that bond.
Okay.
This tree just decided that whatever the hell it was you were putting on its branch, it didn't like it.
Really?
So with like a generic sort of curse where whatever entity placed it, or however it emerged, it does not have an active participant enforcing it, leather is very effective. But with a current circuit being held between two existing points, one of those things is going to have influence.
Okay. Okay, I get you. Okay. So that doesn't work.
Yeah, that particular solution doesn't work for this.
All right. Well, what if we try doing Grandma's exercises, but me and you? I won't scream, I won't yell, and we can work through it together.
Okay. Or
Not right now,
Why not?
obviously. You should get some rest.
I'm not done. Hey, I can't just lay back and let this grow further. I just couldn't stand dealing with that woman. But if you've got some idea of how to make this work, she kind of swings her legs over the bed. I want to try it.
Well, first, unless you remember everything Grandma's told you, I have to go talk to her.
I've
And she has her facial features finally change from this stoic appearance to oh, I'm fucked. I am in trouble.
all right. Cool. You head over to talk to Julie.
Gonna come back downstairs.
Yep.
Looking for Grandma.
Yep. While you're doing that, while you're heading over to Julie's room, Hero, Wix, you guys have been chatting up with Jasmine's mom. And she's just been, asking you about yourselves, getting more details about the people her daughter is hanging out with. Wix, how much of your life do you actually share when she asks about it? Things well, obviously she would ask your major, she would ask the basic stuff. But she would also ask questions. Actually, she would ask each of you about your parents.
Okay.
So, like, for example, Iro, she's like, I realize I haven't actually asked about your parents. Are everything okay with them? Or are you?
She just likes making me roll cold. Fantastic. Immediate panic attack.
Oh shit!
Not a soft one either. Like
Oh no.
drops cup, eyes go wide, stands up abruptly, and goes to leave the house.
Whoa, Eero.
Uh,
Get up and like follow and grab them. Like, Eero?
Okay. Hmm. I think I'm gonna leave whether or not Iro actually makes it out of the house to a runaway roll on Iro's part.
Okay, we know how good this went last time.
Too well. That's how well.
Yep.
Went very well, actually.
Zooming.
Extremely well. So, let me check the result. Yep, you get away to a safe place. So you do leave the house. Wix, you are able to follow. I don't think Iro is like running, but he is probably walking pretty fast, and I assume he's taller than you.
Oh yeah.
So you'll be able to catch up. We'll say a safe place is literally just the driveway. He doesn't really have a lot of places to go. Unless you have a different destination in mind, Iro.
How close is the nearest coffee shop?
Suburb.
You're in the suburbs. So maybe like a 10, 15-minute walk.
He begins walking towards it.
Okay.
Probably won't get to it, but begins going there because he needs a destination when he's going somewhere, and coffee is the safe.
Well, Wix, you are hurriedly walking after him. I think Jennifer doesn't know how to react to that.
Yeah. Before I leave, I would look back and be like, "I'll be back." He's never done this before. I'll be back.
Okay. Cool. So you're walking after Iro. What do you say? Or what do you do?
Thanks, Mom.
It was an accident.
I know, but it's still funny.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep a bit of distance. I'm gonna keep a good like 5 feet between each other as I'm behind them.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna keep talking like, Ira, are you okay? Where are we going?
No responses.
Okay.
We're just gonna focus on the thing we're gonna go do and not go back to that place.
Okay. Can I roll to gaze?
Sure.
Like, kind of gaze into what, like, I don't know, why this is happening or some shit.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. 11.
Iro,
Jeez.
why exactly is this happening?
Is everything okay with your parents? One's dead, one tried to kill him, and the reason he's a banshee. He's panicking because it's literally all of his trauma wrapped up in a neat little bow that he has never dealt with because he's never wanted to.
Okay. So I'm gonna can I kind of say something do like this? Because I like to imagine that this isn't like me like completely unveiling that this is the like what's happened, what this is, or not like what this is. I'm putting myself in his shoes because I react the same way when it comes to, where I lived and the orphanage. And so clearly this is like a insane level of like trauma and scarring. And so I'm just gonna keep my distance. I'm just gonna follow.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to that coffee place.
So, no supernatural influence. This is just you empathize.
Yeah, I empathize. I'm like, I understand what's happening here, at least a
That
little bit.
said, Wix, you do hear, at least you think you hear, a kind of ring in the air that follows Eero. And you can only think of a couple of times in which you've recognized that ring. One of them was at the party. The other was by the tree.
Did I just scream?
Oh.
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
It is a much smaller, much more in the background kind of intonation that follows the ether of the path you tread. While you're in this mental state, everything is worth screaming about.
Is that all?
Okay.
You guys get to that coffee shop.
Yep.
Eero, once you're there, what do you do?
Probably like very calmly orders a cup of coffee as if he's done it 1,000 times, gets it, sits down, and then just stares forward like a crazy person.
Right. I'm gonna
Like a
I'm
mix
gonna
between
basically
someone
just,
having a mental breakdown
Mhm.
and someone who had just woken up.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do the same, get coffee. I'm gonna pay for both of them.
Okay.
And I'll take a seat across from him, but not exactly like in his view, like on the other side of the seat, basically, so he could keep looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna let him drink
Yes.
his coffee until I can tell he's relaxed a little bit.
How long would you say it could take for you to relax a little bit, Eero?
Probably like 10 or so minutes at the earliest.
Okay.
It was a long walk here, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a bit.
Mm-hmm.
During that, someone walks into the shop. It's clearly the build of a man, though he's got his hood up in the middle of the day. Wearing like a kind of standard gray hoodie. Hands in his pockets. Walks up, places an order, grabs the cup. He turns towards you. And in an instant, Vix, Eero's probably too hyped up to recognize. But you recognize the face of Professor Monroe.
Oh.
As he stares you down with eyes that look like they haven't slept in a week. He approaches your table. What do you do?
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'll grab my cup. Is there any open seats right next to us?
Not
like booths?
well, across from you. You guys are in like one of those little booths. Right now. Unless you decided to sit across from Eero, then there would be one next to each of you.
Oh, I mean like a separate booth, like a separate seating spot.
Yeah, there's a
That's
separate
like,
seating spot nearby.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I would get up and kind of like look at Eero and be like, I'll be right back. And I'd kind of like point my head over to that. Could have eye contact with Monroe. Like nod my head into that, to an empty spot.
Unfortunately for you, you are not the person he's here to talk to. Monroe continues walking towards towards Eero. Do you do anything to stop him, Wix?
I would kind of like, I would stand in front and be like, hold on. Give him a minute. Please.
I asked for a minute. A moment of his time, of your time. You didn't show. But I know he did. Why exactly should I give him some of my time?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't say anything, he's going to brush past you.
Because he's not in a position to talk right now. You won't get anything out of him. I've already tried talking to him. He just needs time to calm down. And then there will be a conversation to be had.
And perhaps you. He will, at that point, turn and walk towards the booth you indicated.
Oof. I run my hands through my hair and I'm like, alrighty then. And then I'll go over and talk to him. I'll sit in a spot where I can actively look at Eero
Mm-hmm.
while also listening and replying.
He sits down across from you and says, "What have the three of you done with Miss Gilliard?"
Okay. Well, let me look at something real fast. Okay. Right now, she is in a safe place.
Yes. Number 2814 January Street. I'm aware. What have you done with her?
I know that's the exact
That is
address,
the
right?
exact address of Jasmine's home.
She's learning to control herself.
Could have been cured already. But you didn't want the truth getting, did you? You really expect me to believe that you're trying to help now?
I'm sorry, who would have helped? Who would have cured her?
Adults, the government, people whose job it is to help people.
Alright, see, that's where you're losing me. Because I'm going to be frank with you. Person to person, adult to adult. I've seen what helping is with people who are experiencing magical shit and are dangerous and to other people in humans' eyes. They don't help. Ever.
Roll to shut him down.
I better roll good. If I don't roll good, I'm gonna shit myself.
Better get shitting, boy.
Fuck.
Oh shit, I
Better
lied.
get shit.
Is there?
say this?
Can I pull a string for Wix and
No.
give them a +1?
You don't know this is happening.
God damn it!
Do I have anything for him? No, I don't. It's all other students. Damn it.
Spoken like a child who doesn't understand why this country was founded. What anything that we do is for. And spoken like someone who's in on whatever strange conspiracy is going on in this town. You see yeah, you would. You see that the hand that was still in Monroe's pocket shifts. Something is jutting out of it just barely. Jutting out is the wrong word. Poking against the walls of the pocket towards you. It's barely noticeable from this side of the table, slightly underneath it, with no obstruction in its path between that object and your abdomen.
I see. Take a deep breath. So, this is what you plan to do? Here, in a public coffee shop?
Not unless you force my hand. I need answers. Who told you to stop me? How much did they pay you? And why are you holding Miss Gilliard?
No one is paying me to do anything. And I'm being genuine with you here. No one is telling me to keep her away from anyone. Just people who know what's happening, aka the people at that place, at that house, know how to take care of it so it's safe for them, for her and everyone around her.
That's not the way I've heard it. The way I've heard it, someone wanted to shut me up. Cheated if they hadn't known that I have very effective connections with the police. Someone decided that I was getting too close to the truth. So they had contract killers ready at the prison that I would be assigned to. Pulled whatever strings they could. Someone trying to keep this from getting it. And that someone has you in their purse string. I know all about the favors you've been pulling. Maintain a roof over your head. I also know about the strings the dean pulled to get you dorm. I have no idea why such an honorable man would do that. Maybe some blackmail was involved. That's not my job. My job is to get the truth from you. Forgive me for saying so, Mix Wicks. But I don't buy a single word that came out of you. I want to make it clear, Eero, that even in your addled state, you can hear every word of this.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how he responds to it. He's probably just gonna listen until it starts going, unless it goes even more sour.
Sir, I don't know who put people in your prison to hurt you, but I might have an idea, and I'm going to be straight with you here. Do you know what they looked like? Did you see any symbols on them? Anything like that?
Did he see? What? He takes a second and thinks before shaking his head. Nothing so overt. But then that would just draw attention, wouldn't it?
I'm going to tell you very important information about myself. And I want you to be open-minded about everything I'm going to say. And I'm going to explain to him everything that's happened to me.
Everything.
And all of the association shit. And I'm going to show scars to prove it. Like, I'm going to lift up my shirt and show the burn on my back. That goes all the way up my back.
Okay. First, I'm going to need you to roll to keep your cool, to actually go through with that.
Yeah. Hey, Game Master. You wouldn't consider this a dangerous supernatural thing, would you? I am somewhat at knife point.
I wouldn't consider it supernatural, but I would consider it dangerous.
Okay.
I just got a gun.
Yeah, it's very dangerous, but there's nothing supernatural about a
I
fucking
just
gun.
got a gun.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Because I have a thing that is it has to be both dangerous and supernatural. Sadly.
Well, you are talking about the supernatural. What exactly is the move?
T in In's mouth. Add two to roll to keep your cool in dangerous supernatural situations. That's literally it.
I think this would qualify. You are discussing the supernatural, and it is a very dangerous situation.
I'm about to die, guys. It was good knowing you guys. Submit. Q. Okay. Please, oh please. Okay, partial. That's fine.
Okay.
Would have been a fail. That's good to know.
Let's see. On a partial, you know how this will leave you vulnerable. This is a man who has been determined to publicize magic for nearly a decade.
Mhm.
And you are about to give him another person with immense evidence of its existence. Donna already had a target painted on her back.
Mm-hmm.
You are currently picking up the paint bucket. Are you going to go through with that?
Because what I'm. Yeah, this is so hard to think about because he's fucking crazy.
Wait, I thought he also knew about Jasmine and Arrow.
He does. The fact that Wix is here is a wild card.
Oh, okay.
And to be clear, he knows that you guys are involved in the supernatural world. He doesn't know exactly how.
Yeah, because Donna attacked us and we ran away and left something behind.
Yeah.
Okay, that was all.
God. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him everything, like everything.
Do you
But I
show
am
him the
going
scars?
to. I do show him the scars and tell him this is what happens when the government gets a hold of us. They hurt us.
What exactly
I'm-
are you?
Okay. God. Sorry for the silence.
All good. Tense moment. Wait, is that... Oh, come on.
Fuck.
What?
I didn't have Discord on Do Not Disturb. My Discord notifications have been going through in the stream.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, put
I
that
would say-
streamer mode on.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
technically, as you would read in a book, considered a succubus.
I imagine not the necessarily from hell variety. I can picture the rest.
Yes.
So you're saying that you've already been under government care.
I have. Since I was a child. And in the end, they tried to kill us all.
They already know?
They already know. And they use us for their own wicked experiments and horrible tests. You bringing attention to everyone and like supernatural like this, that puts people in danger more than you can even imagine.
I'm gonna need
And-
you... Sorry. You have more to say. Go.
I'm saying, and sir, I have reason to believe that they're aware that you're aware. And they don't want the public to know. So they could keep all these supernatural beings to themselves for their own experiments and their own gains.
I want you to roll to turn him on to your
Okay.
knowledge,
Okay.
your understanding of
Ugh. Please, oh please. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Take a string on him. You now have a string on Professor. God damn it. Professor Monroe. He absorbs what you're saying. The great paradox of those who know. Wanting to trust the nation, trust the things they believe in. Trust the people. But knowing that the people organize into corrupt, devious things. Slowly but surely, the weapon currently aimed at you from under the table turns away. You mentioned signals or insignias before.
Mm-hmm.
Would any of them happen to be a gray rose?
Yeah. That is, right? That is Rosewater.
That is
right?
exactly the one.
Rosewater. That's what they
Oh.
go by.
That's why they're with those squiggles in the background. Waves.
Mm-hmm.
Mixwix, I have to offer you my dearest and most sincere apologies, but I believe I have led them.
Okay. To be honest, I have already known they're here.
No, I mean they are here right now, outside this shop.
He sees like my hand is on the table, and he sees like my nails like dig into the table. I'm like, what?
There are two men in black suits. Small Mini Cooper just outside the shop, about a block or two away. They have binoculars. They sent me first to your friend's residence. Now, they told me to tail them. I have radio contact. The earpiece off. At least my microphone. They're asking why I'm not recording in. I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to step outside this shop. I'm going to move back towards that vehicle. I'm going to do something that will land. But it will keep you secure for the time being. They are coming. They are seeking you out actively. And they will find you. Only a matter of time. You need to be prepared. Whatever your friends are trying to figure out, whatever you are trying to get Donna to be able to do. Make it quick. And make it work. Unless either of you move to stop him, he is going to stand up. Eero, you scream. Roll it.
Fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. Ah.
10.
Okay.
Everyone has a +1 forward.
Yep.
With the startling quickness that only people who saw him at James's party saw, Arrow is probably at that table and grabs Monroe's wrist.
Mm-hmm.
With more seriousness than he can usually muster in his face. Sit down.
Ooh. I guess roll a shutdown.
Oh.
Well, that's unfortunate.
You do have
I
a
do have
plus
a
one forward to it.
10.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, you don't even get any backlash from this. Monroe, as far as I know, yeah, he does not have any strings on you. So you can take a string on him, give him a condition, or take one forward.
I'm gonna take the forward of this scene just in case.
Mm-hmm.
I assume he sits down.
He might have, if he had a condition that told him to. He turns to look at you with a mixture of like surprise. By this point, by the way, the lady behind the coffee counter is looking at the three of you with wariness.
Yeah.
Shock on his face. Monroe whispers, "Hero, I am trying to help."
You're going to die.
Is that what you do? Find out when people are going to die.
It's not fun.
How do you know it's me and not them?
I guess technically I don't know. He shakes his head. Do you really think you can approach two men in a vehicle and take them both out before something happens to you?
I think I can have a fair shot. I think that it's better for a dangerous person like me to do of you. More fair.
Sir, I think there's something better we can do here. Because I'm not going to speak for everyone, but I do know that there's a lot of students that you've taught that still look up to you.
Whatever
And
we do, we need to do it now. If you have any better option, say it.
Yeah. And so he was sent in here to get information, right? That's what he said it was, or
He was sent in here to find out what you guys are doing with Donna, like why you're holding her. That's what he was told, at least.
and they're in the front, right?
A couple of blocks away, they've got binoculars and they've got earpieces. They heard the entire conversation up until the point when he told you what was going on.
Lock. All right. Is there any back entrance that can be seen?
Probably. Most establishments have an employee entrance, but you would have to go behind the counter.
Okay. My only plan is that we rush out the back and we either try to sneak out or we run. I, I can. This is gonna be dangerous. but I'm not really in the mood for you to die, Professor. And I really appreciate the risks you're willing to take, but it's not worth it.
Yeah, I don't really think there's a role involved in this. It's just whether or not your argument was convincing. I think that he's he's gonna glance between the two of you. And after a few seconds, he slowly nods. They'll need to be quick. He's going to turn to walk directly towards the counter. Do either of you do anything in reaction to this? Do you attempt to speed the situation along or make it a little less jarring to anyone involved currently in the store?
I would say, how many people were watching us, like, this whole situation?
Let's see. It's like early afternoon on a... I don't remember what day this was. I want to say it was like a Tuesday or a Wednesday, school day. So the teenagers haven't shown up yet, but there's probably like maybe a couple of, what looks to be some kind of business casual, out for lunch, office workers who are looking at this like weirded out. And then besides them, I think it's just the lady behind the counter who is wishing that she had more help. Hey, a Clockman's in the chat. That's funny. So, yeah.
Hello, Tumbler.
Any attempt to smooth the situation over at all?
Or
do you just...
Yeah, so I will go ahead and try to like move to like kind of like the front of the bar, start talking to the worker there. And I'll be like, "Hey, I'm so sorry about the scene. We kind of got lost in the moment there. See, right now we're kind of doing like a play at our college course. And when we kind of start talking about it and like kind of playfully doing our lines and stuff, we get really into it. And I realized like halfway through it looked pretty bad, and I'm gonna like keep distracting and see if I could keep their eyes on me as they move, kind of try and move.
Okay.
In.
Yeah, I don't think that would really require a roll. You just kind of like chat her ear off as the other two step in behind the counter. You are successful in that. How do you extricate yourself from that and also wind up behind the counter?
And okay. I'm gonna look at them and like, also, another thing, I went to the bathroom and someone completely ruined the fucking toilets. Do you have like a employee bathroom back there or something that I can go to, please?
Roll to turn her on. Through all of this like passionate discussion and stuff, try to convince her, A, and B, like get her to like you enough.
Please. Okay, partial. That's cool.
All right,
I'm cool with
good. We're really not supposed to do that, but fine. She picks up a key and directs you down to the door behind her and says, "Could be your first door on the right, sweetheart."
Thank you.
All right. You head back through behind the counter, through the door. I assume you drop off the key somewhere outside of
Yeah,
that
I just dropped.
bathroom.
Yeah.
And then move to follow your friends. Eero and Wix, I want both of you to roll to run away. You are attempting to escape a dangerous situation. I want to see how well that turns out.
And that's volatile, right?
Yes, that's volatile.
Remember.
Wix,
No, never
Wix,
mind.
Wix.
Wix, you get. Oh, you already used your forward. Never mind.
That's true. Yeah.
Is it an ongoing forward? I have to make sure if it's an ongoing forward or not.
No,
Take
it
a
would
plus
be
one forward.
strictly
Damn it.
ongoing. Ongoing and forward are two different things.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Full
Okay.
success for Eero, partial for Wix. So. One. Okay. Wix, you were kind of separated from the group because you had to take some extra time to fix things up. So I need you to choose between you run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
Fuck. I always hate those.
Yep.
Because
I know you do.
I'm horrified at the thought of what could be worse than the people who've already tortured me.
See what's a good. Okay. Oh, where was that one?
I think the best option is to leave something behind.
Don't they always?
I dream.
You Wix, as you are stumbling over yourself to try to catch up to the others, to Professor Monroe and to Eero, you did you bring a bag or anything on this trip?
Yeah. Yeah, I always keep.
You hear something rip behind you. You're not entirely sure what it was. You don't have time to look, but you just keep running. Trying to think of all of the things that you've experienced recently that left something for you to leave. I know exactly when. You're running, and our camera stops as we see you moving off into the distance. Slowly, it's not pan, that's not the word, pan is for side to side, but I'm gonna say pans down.
Mm-hmm.
Arriving at the ground, where we see your fresh student ID with your dorm number.
Oh, man.
And then we see 2 black shoes step into frame as a hand reaches down from the top of the frame and picks up the card. We cut back to Jasmine talking to her grandmother.
Yay.
Actually, you guys mind if we take a little break?
Yeah, I'm
I
fine.
desperately
I'm good
need to
too,
use the
yeah.
bathroom.
Yeah, we're
Quick
good.
break. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna take.
I'm not shaking.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break, everybody. We will return shortly. I will leave you with something a little soft, something a little nice to play off as we are gone. So catch y'all in a little bit. Okay. We're back. Hello, everyone.
Pray to whatever god you believe in. It won't save you.
So, we cut over to the Beck household, where
Hi.
Jasmine is currently having a conversation with her grandmother.
Yes. Her grandmother's probably yelling at her
Yeah.
at first, and then and Jasmine's just kind of sitting there, just letting it happen.
Yeah. Wix, Eero, do either of you let Jasmine know what the fuck is happening?
Oh, immediately.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Cool. How do you let her know? Text or call?
Group chat call. Group
Okay.
chat FaceTime.
Okay. Jasmine, your phone starts ringing.
It has to be like some funny ringtone, but it doesn't matter right now. So she just looks at it and says, Grandma, wait, they're supposed to be down. She immediately answers it. She doesn't even listen to it if her grandma says no or not. Wix, why are you calling me?
Oh, hey, thank God you picked up. Hey, all right. So, crazy shit. Your mom touched on some pretty touchy subjects with Eero. Eero left to go to a coffee place in a stunned state or something. I followed, make sure he was okay, and everything was okay. Professor Monroe walks in. That's fun, right?
What?
I like trip. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm gonna get back up, pick my phone back up. I'm sorry.
Are you running?
Yes, I'm still going. So Professor Monroe comes in and is like, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go talk over here. And he starts talking to me about what happened to Gilliard. That was her name, right?
Yeah. To Donna Gilliard.
Yeah, what happened to? Where's Donna? What are we doing to her? Stuff like that. And I'm like, well, she's just at a safe place, and all that stuff. And then he points a gun at me. Now, that's fun.
What?
Yeah,
he pointed a gun at you?
Okay, that's not important right now, and I know that's really weird to say.
That's not.
So I have to convince him, like, listen, what he's planning to do is going to hurt people, and these people are innocent and don't deserve this because the people that are going to catch this attention are gonna hurt him and us. Oh, and he tells me that people tried to kill him in his prison cell.
I think by the time that they bring up Monroe, she turned her phone on speakerphone so her grandma can hear.
Yep.
And yeah, so
Hey, quit beating around the bush. Who are you running from, and do they know where we live?
Yes, they know where you live. It's the Rosewater Association.
That's all we need to know.
Yep. I'm gonna go all the way back.
No, we're not going anywhere.
What?
Hold out shotgun.
Jasmine, get over here. Help me with this.
Yes, Grandma.
Julie sets up, pushes a bunch of papers off a table, grabs a piece of chalk. This table is round, very circular, and starts drawing out on that circle in chalk an intricate 6-pointed star with dots in the middle of every single gap.
Yeah.
And throws the chalk away behind her, and says, "You put up a glamour before, right?"
Yes.
All right, this should be easy then. And holds out her hands and just starts casting. Roll dark,
She immediately joins with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. We're doing it. Please.
We'll treat this as your illusionist, basically.
Grandma's introducing magical grape shot into this situation.
Okay.
Oh.
So I have to choose, right?
Yeah. 7 and 9, your illusion works, but choose one from below.
If I choose the take harm, can I choose myself?
someone nearby. You don't get to choose.
They only take a harm, though, right?
It says takes harm,
Okay.
not a harm. Harm.
Great. How funny would it be if it actually was me? I'm kind of tempted to do that one, because we can deal with the harm, but we need this to work. Alright, I choose the harm. They malfunctions. The illusion goes through, but someone takes harm.
Oh no, you're rolling dice.
I hate when he rolls dice. Not the GM dice. Oh God.
Okay. Come on, it wasn't a fate
Shaking
die.
so
You're
fucking
good.
bad.
You cast. Your movements and your focus are superb. Better than most anyone you have ever met or spoken with or even seen.
Mm-hmm.
But not better than her.
Yeah.
You are struggling to catch up to your grandmother as the usual slight shake in her hands and feet, as she moves around, has vanished.
Oh God, Grandma's so cool.
She, as if plucking threads from the air, kind of weaves together this tapestry, and you barely manage to zip yours up 2 seconds after she zipped hers.
Oh no.
You understand the weight of 2 seconds. The innumerous amount of catastrophic things that can go wrong between 2 seconds of casting.
Yeah.
So, let's find out who this hits.
Oh, fuck. Please just hit me. Please just hit me. I can deal with it. It's okay. I can deal with it. Just hit me, please. Please. Please.
You know it's never that easy.
I know. But I can dream, Harold!
So it is
Bro, you
no
missed it, Grandma.
surprise to you. Though it is a shock when you hear from the other room
Oh, no.
your mother cry out in pain.
No. Oh my God, no.
I need you to roll to keep your cool.
There's no way. I have a -1 to this. Please. Holy
Fate
shit.
is on your side.
Oh my God.
So
my
the thing
heart.
that you were fearing in this situation is your mother dying.
Mhm.
Keep it 100 on that. So you do keep your cool and gain insight. Ask me a question about the situation and take one forward to acting on that information. What do you want
What
to
kind of
ask?
questions can I ask?
Exactly one.
Any question, I guess. About the situation.
About the situation?
Yeah.
Yes. About this situation you are in. I have to answer truthfully. Those are the rules of the game.
Do I believe that my grandma can keep me and my friends safe?
I am going to give you a favor and say that you asked, can your grandma keep you and your friends safe?
Yes.
You glance back to that room momentarily before looking back to your mother. To anyone else, she is cold and distant, to the point of negligence, given that she doesn't even look towards that room. To you, your eye sees an awareness that spans continents, that hones in on all that is of necessary importance to this woman's life, especially her family. You are
Oh, she's so cool.
aware that as you as players were discussing during a break, a shotgun would be a pea shooter to a woman this practice.
Oh god, Grandma's so cool.
Can she keep you safe? Maybe. Maybe not. But whoever would try to hurt you, they would have a hell of a time getting through her. You take +1 forward to acting on that information, whatever action you might take.
Okay.
And
Oh.
We smash cut for a second over to Iro, Wix, and Monroe. Are you guys running back to that house?
That
Yeah,
is
just
genuinely the safest place.
yeah.
As you approach that house, you see the air around it shift, as if being molded like clay, before what you see has changed into this kind of shabby-looking braid, desperately needs to be repainted building. That for some reason you know has a for sale sign on the front of it. Before exactly 2 seconds later, you recognize, wait, no, that's just a glamour. That's an illusion. Oh shit, they're good.
2 seconds. God damn it.
Iro and Wix, you are the ones who know this, and you know that no one else knows that this is the same house, including Monroe. I assume you direct him there and convince him to go in anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys slip in through the back door.
Oh, I gotta wake up Angel.
You climb whatever fences you need to in order to get in through the back glass door. And once he's inside the glamour, Monroe blinks and sees the same house that he had been watching for the last few hours. Looks to the two of you and says, "Goodness. I wonder how many others." Never mind. Goes through to the front of the house and actually exclaims as soon as he is there, "God. Wix,
Run in.
Hero, please." You run in to find that Jasmine's mom currently has a warped piece of the couch she was sitting on embedded in her right leg.
Oh!
Blood seeps across her
That's what I
sweatpants,
fucking come back to.
and she is in tears holding this frankly unimaginable, just kind of bent, sharpened piece of space reality. She is glaring at Monroe as if to say, "What the fuck are you doing here?" But she is in too much pain to utter a genuine word. And then she sees the two of you and is just perplexed, but manages to breathe out, help me off this thing."
Oh my god. Wix out
Yeah,
of
Arrow
breath.
goes to just rush to help her.
Yep.
Yeah. With some difficulty, you manage to lift her off of the sort of jagged piece of fabric and plastic metal. It's after she's off, you can almost not fathom what you're seeing. It's like the closest equivalent you can conjure is, it's like someone was designing a video game, but one of the models, the textures, they put in the wrong number somewhere, and it just, a joint for part of the furniture just zoomed off into space. The piece that's supposed to be touching the ground and holding the whole couch steady is now up and at an angle, about maybe a foot or two away from the roof. Thankfully, as that piece broke off into different spaces, it managed to mostly miss Jasmine or Jennifer. But there was this sort of jagged offshoot that veered through her leg. The blood still remains on that face, otherwise exhibiting all genuine signs of reality. And you know that that's definitely going to stain the couch, even once it's fixed, for lack of a better word.
Great.
After she's off the thing, Monroe immediately gets down on his knees, and you see him reach under his little hoodie to pull out a first aid kit. They preppers, man. He unclips and starts working on it. Jasmine, this is around the time that you emerge back into the living room, having finished your work with your grandmother. She's maybe
I'm
a few feet behind
sprinting.
you. Yeah. You sprint into the room just in time to see a man wearing a hoodie and whose face is obscured from your vision down next to your bleeding mother. You also, there is Wix and Nero in the room as well, but question is, do you register them?
My first thought is, oh my god, my mom is hurt. Oh my god, it's my fault. I see this dude. Her probably immediate reaction is, who the fuck are you? As she's like running over.
Oh, wait. It's Monroe, it's Monroe.
Like her eye is glowing, like getting ready to fucking spell
No.
blast him
Yep.
into oblivion.
Yep.
Jasmine doesn't get angry very easily.
Yeah.
So for her to be like that is probably very strange.
I'm debate. Wix, Eero, do either of you have a string on Jasmine?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got plenty, brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know that if you don't pull one of those, she is going to hit Monroe with a spell.
I'll pull.
Yeah, we can't deal with that right now. I'll take one.
All right. So which is it, Wix or Eero?
You keep it. I'll pull.
Okay.
All right.
I was gonna say, you guys all have some, I thought.
Yeah.
We
Wix
do.
pull a string on Jasmine. Specifically, yeah, this is basically tempting them to do what you want. Jasmine,
Yeah.
if you don't shoot whatever stranger this is on sight, you get to take an XP.
All right. I don't shoot him.
All right, cool.
He gets to live today.
Wix kind of like
Imagine.
jumps in front of him
Go
with
ahead.
their arms outstretched. Stop you. Imagine what?
No, I was gonna say that pretty much that actually.
Mm-hmm. And you stop just in time. Go ahead and mark that XP.
Yay!
Okay, Wix, you can go ahead and start explaining.
I explained in great detail everything that happened.
Mm-hmm.
In like exact detail.
So you start explaining, and then Julie comes out into the room, sees the same thing Jasmine saw.
Oh man.
Oh, great.
I don't think there's a move for protect someone else from taking a hit, unless one of you has a move like
It's
that.
an adult move. However, can I tempt Grandma with a string?
You have a
string.
string on Grandma?
Yeah, her abuse gave me a string apparently at one point.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
I raised my hand.
Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
yeah, you absolutely can do that. How does that look?
So like so Jasmine bursts into the room, we deal with that, and then like 10 seconds later, the exact scene goes to happen again, but it's far, far worse.
Yeah, Julie steps in, sees that, wordlessly raises a hand.
Arrow, again with like still that quickness he had earlier, bolts up and like clears a good chunk of room towards her, puts his hands up and goes, "He's okay," and like actively positions himself in between him and this old witch and just a guy, even though I know that she could hit him past me.
Yeah. She looks at you, and slowly that hand lowers. And then she listens to Wix's explanation. Steadily, Donna ends up coming out of her room as well as you all talk. And there is a moment, kind of midway through the discussion, that you all hear the sound of vehicles moving past the house. Very quickly. A little too quickly, if we're being legal.
Mm-hmm. Jasmine holds her breath.
And you hear them zoom off into the distance.
Exhale.
And then Wix finishes. Once everyone is brought up to speed, and after Monroe has helped Jennifer up onto a different piece of furniture. You all stop. And take a deep breath. Okay. Julie would probably be the first to speak. We're going to leave that glamour up for at least a few days. Don't want to leave it up too long. Could cause more questions than it avoids if there are two 1690s. Great. these people that you're running away from,
Mhm.
how likely is it that they'll come back and check the same place twice? He's directing this question at Wix.
Very. They're unbelievably thorough in their work.
Okay. You called this the Rosewater Foundation?
Yes.
Got some digging to do.
I'm. I can. I can tell you what I know about them and how I know they're bad.
You don't need to worry
And I.
about a thing.
Mhm.
I've got other ways of getting information.
Hmm.
Better for me to see it for myself, anyway.
Oh.
I saw it already.
Okay.
You say you saw it, Jasmine?
Yeah. She's gonna tell her grandma that she saw it already, and she's just gonna basically just transfer it, if I can do that.
Yeah, that's pretty easy, but this is the first Wix is here.
Yeah,
You what?
I saw it. And she'll stand up from being beside her mom. I was worried. And I used my eye on you.
Oh, that's not the
Dude.
right.
You see Wix kind of run their hands through their hair, like pulling it back, like, oh, okay. All of it? You saw all of it? Oh, every bit of it.
I don't think I saw all of it, did I? I saw a lot of it, but not all of it.
You saw their escape. And
I think that's the only thing I saw, right? Because no, it wasn't specifically Wix. I went on Rosewater.
yes.
Okay,
So
let
you
me correct
saw
what she said.
you saw examples of what the facility was doing, and
Yes.
you saw the day that particular facility went up in flames.
All right, let me fix my response real quick because I don't remember where she heard Rosewater from though.
She heard it from Wix.
Yeah, I explained
Yeah,
the
okay.
situation.
Right. Okay, so then
And
instead
you
of
would have
saying that
seen
she
some of Wix's experiences, for sure.
Yeah. So, like I said, let me fix how I said that. She would instead say, when you mentioned Rosewater, I gazed on it. I wanted to know why it was hurting you so bad, and
I see.
I don't know everything. Don't worry.
It's fine. Admittedly, it's a little not fine. Because you could have asked. It would have been nice, but they're holding it against you because it's a lot. I still think I'm I'm cool with your grandma looking at all of it if you want. Because I don't know how much you saw, but they might be able to glean more.
If anyone can glean more. So she'll give her grandma, eye stuff. Give her grandma everything that she had,
Yeah.
so her grandma knows what to go off of.
She takes in that vision, mulls over it for a few seconds.
A snack. I remember there was a snack.
Yep. Okay. That's something. A lot of symbols. She points her hand at the warped piece of the couch and wipes down. That warped shard zips back into place.
Jasmine looks so guilty.
There is definitely deep red stains on the now ground-touching corner of that couch. She, Julie, glares over at Monroe, jabs a finger at him, and says, "I'll deal with you later. The rest of you need to go back to school."
Mm-hmm.
Getting close to the time when the buses will stop running. And if
Shouldn't we stay here?
you stop living your normal lives, that's just going to draw more attention. They know that you're involved, but they don't know to what extent. And from the way it sounds, they're here for two people. You, he points to Wix, and this one, he jabs a thumb in Donna's direction. And believe it or not, your school might be safer than this place.
Okay. When's the next soonest bus?
But we'll just say that that you can get there in time. Like there's no need for us to designate and complicate things that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like to imagine it's a cut, like Wick says, "When's the soonest bus?" And then we're done. the bus.
Cool. Yeah. You guys head back to school. And it is only while you're on your way back, Wix, that you think to check your bag. And you realize that your ID card is not there.
I'm like patting around. Where's my and is it just the ID card or is it the whole bag?
It's just the ID card.
Okay.
But the bag is ripped.
Mm-hmm.
In a
If I reach
very
in there,
specific...
start looking for it, my hand pokes out. Like, oh no!
What's wrong, Wex?
My ID card is gone.
Maybe you misplaced it at school?
I showed them the ripped bag. It wasn't ripped before.
Damn it.
I fucking hate being me.
Well, I guess that tears it then. You guys can't go back to your dorm at least tonight.
Well, we can't go to yours, can we?
I can figure something out. I can get Helen to agree.
Doesn't she hate me?
He shakes his head. She has a weird view on a situation she doesn't know a lot about. Let me handle it.
Okay. I trust you.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, it's like petting Wix's back.
Yeah, go help Wix, please.
She's like rubbing Wix's back. It's like, it's gonna be okay.
Making a fucking scene on the bus. Just fuck. God fucking.
Just a blubbering fucking mess.
My
Honestly,
legs hurt so
same.
much. I can't run.
Oh, baby.
I always hated running class.
Running
It's
class?
okay. Running class.
Whatever it was called.
Don't you mean gym?
I don't fucking care.
Oh man.
How do I even-
If people like stare at us and he's making a scene, Arrow's gonna go, they got broken up with and got drunk. Just leave us alone for a little bit.
It's okay. It's okay.
And
Bless you.
it is on that note that we fade away from our heroes as they return for the closest thing to a respite they can possibly get. And we are back at the Beck household for a few seconds as Monroe and Jennifer sit, or Jennifer lays down. Monroe sits nearby in silence until she says, "Well, you've seen that the stories are real. What now, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist?" You know, I always used to wonder who wrote those stories. Who decided what was true and what wasn't? Who gets to tell us right from wrong, good from evil? Part of bringing this to light was just finding out who could be trusted. Still don't know the answer to any of that. But the one thing that I never wanted was to be one of the bad guys. And that, I think, where we are going to end our session of the Whirling Wrought. If anyone
I
watching
stabbed my mom.
currently, if anyone currently watching is wondering what the hell all of this is our recurrent Monster Hearts 2 campaign that we play and run anytime that we are unable to play our what we're hoping becomes a more predominant, different RPG. If you're curious about Monster Hearts 2, it is a game made by Magpie Games. They're wonderful developers. They've made a bunch of fantastic tabletop role-playing systems, each catered to a specific genre. This one is supernatural romance and drama. Basically your Twilight's, Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, that kind of thing. But we get to write it. So it has the opportunity to be kind of good. I much appreciate all of you for stopping by. Thank you so much, Timely. Thank you so much to all of you wonderful viewers that decided to stop by and take a look. We've got plenty of other videos on this exact story that are all listed in the live stream setup. I need to make a playlist for this campaign. With me today has been my wonderful friends Nil.
Hi.
Playing as Eero Blair. Salty.
Hi.
Playing as Clover Wicks. And Vern.
Hi.
Playing as Jasmine Beck. You can find Salty and Vern down in the description below in their Twitch channels. They stream. Well, Vern streams regularly. Salty streams whenever the hell they want. They are an enigma. And you can find Nil in the void. Take it easy, everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
Good night.
Bye-bye.